Guten Tag, 5 major German inventions that you didn't know were German. Alright, this is the name of the video. The author is Feli from Germany. Very nice author. She has a great channel. So guys, if you have not checked it out, go and do it. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell for notification. Shout out to the members of this channel, guys, over here. If you want to join and support the channel, the button is right below the video, guys. All right.
Inventions that we use every day were all invented by Germans. Let me tell you a secret. Even in Germany, most people don't know about this. Hello, servus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, but I've been living here in Cincinnati, Ohio, on and off since 2016.
I love aura of this girl. She looks so good. You know, like I feel the positiveness from her. I feel the kindness in her eyes, literally.
Home country Germany is generally known for a few different things. You may think of beer, Oktoberfest, soccer, classical music by Beethoven, genius literature,
Mercedes-Benz, BMWs, crazy drivers
by Goethe, and of course, German engineering. The label Made in Germany is usually associated with high quality and durability. And Germany ranks among the top 5 nations for patent applications. And that's kind of been an ongoing theme throughout history. The list of German inventions is long. Some of those are pretty well known, like that Johannes Gutenberg was the one who invented the printing press in the 15th century. Others, however...
Okay, about the printing press. In the previous video, 25 facts about Germany, there was this fact that magazines were invented in 1960s and 1960s in the 1600s, something like that, 17th century. And I was wondering how could they make these magazines. And now by the way, one of the guys in the comment section wrote about the printing press, and now I know about the printing press also.
So much, but we're about to change that, because in this video I'm gonna tell you about 5 major inventions you didn't know were German. The first name on my list will immediately ring a bell for those of you who speak German, because his invention is actually named after him in German. Röntgenstrahlung. In English, however, it's just called X-ray. Yep, when you break a bone and need to have one of those beautiful photos of the inside of your body taken, that's all due to Wilhelm Röntgen from the German town Lennep.
Man, I would never guess.
The state of North Rhine-Westphalia. At the time, this was part of the Kingdom of Prussia. Röntgen was a
Wow, oh my gosh, I literally learned something new from this video.
Physics professor at the University of Strasbourg, Gießen, Würzburg. That's where he made his discovery, and later the University of Munich. What's funny about this whole story is that Röntgen was actually running experiments for something completely different and only discovered X-rays on accident. It was on a Friday afternoon in the year 1895 when he noticed the unknown rays going through a light-tight black cardboard and projecting onto nearby objects. He kept experimenting with the rays for the next few weeks and quickly realized that they passed through most substances, including human tissue, but left a shadow of solid objects, such as bones. Even though he wasn't the first scientist that encountered X-rays, he was the first one that saw their potential and kept exploring their use for medicine. By the way, the X in the name X-rays was just what he used as a placeholder for the name of the new rays. But what are we gonna call them? Not sure yet.
Let's call them X-Files, okay?
I'll just put an X for now. But in English, that name stuck. Only a few weeks later, he published his first paper about the new discovery called Über eine neue Art von Strahlen, on a new kind of rays, which included an X-ray picture of his wife's hand. The news about the invention spread super fast, and within just a year, doctors in Europe and the US were already using X-rays to make medical diagnosis. And in 1901,
this is amazing.
He won the Nobel Prize in Physics for his achievement.
Amazing. How did this invention change the course of history in the medicine? Oh my gosh, this was so important. Imagine if this guy wouldn't do it, the German Regner, or what was his surname, he wouldn't do it, right? Then who would do it, man? Who would do it? Who would be the person who invented the X-ray? Probably a Latvian. Yeah, okay. No chance, man.
Next up on my list is an invention that each and every one of you has used before, and many of us use it on a daily
It's a blender for sure.
basis. Here's a hint for you.
Oh,
Yes,
seriously,
it's
MP3s.
the file format that made it possible to compress audio to a point that the file size was small enough to fit more than 20 songs onto one device and make the distribution of audio faster and easier than ever before. Digital scientists had been researching this for decades, but the final step came from the German Fraunhofer Institute under the lead of Karl-Heinz Brandenburg, who today is often referred to as the father of MP3. The name of the group that worked on this project was Moving Picture Experts Group, short MPEG. So MPEG, which also refers to the compressed
Oh
video
my
standard
goodness.
developed. MP3 was technically just the audio part of that. In the mid-1990s, when the Fraunhofer Institute released the first MP3 encoder software and MP3 player software, the file format began to catch on rapidly. For the first time, people were now able to store multiple music albums on their computers that usually only had around 500 megabytes to 1 gigabyte.
And mobile phones, remember the time when first mobile phones came out and you could listen to MP3s on them, one of them were Sony Ericsson. Sony Ericsson, I think for me was the first one that I saw you could listen to MP3s, I guess.
Of storage at the time. From there on, as we all know, MP3 completely revolutionized
For sure.
the music
Oh my
and
gosh.
media industry in the entire world, and it all goes back to good old Germany. And if MP3 had never been
Danke.
invented, we definitely wouldn't be able to do this today.
Okay, let's. I understand.
And
I
of course,
understand.
This wouldn't work without my wireless Raycon earbuds either. I use these on so many different occasions,
wait,
whether it's
wait.
while I do things in
Okay.
the house, go on
Okay.
purchase. Okay, this next one is probably not that unknown, but I found that there are enough people who don't know this. And since it's such a major invention that especially Americans heavily depend on in their everyday lives, I felt like it needed to be on this list. The car. Because no, it was
For
not
sure.
invented by Henry Ford.
Listen. Volkswagen, BMWs, Mercedes-Benz. I don't even know who else. What else cars was? Opel, Cupra, Porsche, Porsche maybe. I'm afraid to pronounce another name of a car because I will make people angry. But probably Ferrari. Just kidding. I know Ferrari is Italian, but Germans would be happy to own the Ferrari for sure.
Ford, which is a common myth here in the US. Technically, it was a lot of different people who contributed to the invention of the car, but Germans definitely played a pretty major role in this, particularly Karl Benz and Gottlieb Daimler. Even though they had never met each other, they both simultaneously built their first model.
Brother, I love the mustache. Oh my goodness, look at that mustache. Probably when he was eating, all the food was staying on his mustache, 100%. And then when he was hungry, he just ate what left on the mustache after, This is the only explanation why a person can wear this long mustache.
Of a modern automobile with a combustion engine in the late 19th century. And they were only about 100 kilometers apart from each other. Karl Benz was in Mannheim, Gottlieb Daimler was in Stuttgart. Benz was working on his three-wheeled Motorwagen.
Yeah.
Daimler developed his four.
By the way, here in Riga, we have literally a couple of kilometers away from me, we have a car museum, and we have this model over there, this Karl Benz Motorwagen. This is, I saw it live.
Four-wheeled motor coach, Motorkusche, together with his business partner Wilhelm Maybach. Also a famous name.
Maybach, for sure.
Maybach
Wow.
was an advanced version of the oil-powered
Wow.
engine by Nikolaus Otto, another famous German inventor, and to this day, the namesake of the Ottomotor, which is what we still call the modern gasoline engine in German. By the way, not only the gasoline engine was invented by a German, the diesel engine was too, by a German engineer called Rudolf Diesel.
Okay, I have a question. Who invented Germans? This is such a stupid question, man.
But back to the story. So both Daimler and Benz finished their models in 1886, but Benz was the one who first received a patent and is therefore generally acknowledged as the inventor of the modern day automobile. In July of 1886, he went public with it and started selling it commercially. It was officially called the Benz Patent Motorwagen. Benz patent motor car. A couple years later, his wife Bertha took a Benz Model 3 car on a road trip from Mannheim to Pforzheim and back, which was a distance of about 120 miles, which brought a lot of publicity and showed that the car was even fitted for long distance journeys. By 1900, Benz and Company...
That was a rough journey, man, on these wheels. Take a look at that. Take a look at the wheels. Take a look at the tires, man. There's zero amortization, first of all. The tires are just super thin, and I bet her ass hurt after the trip. I bet you.
The car was even fitted for long distance journeys. By 1900, Benz and Company was the world's leading car manufacturer. And as you guys know, the Benz Company later actually merged with Daimler, and they still produce some of the most popular cars in the world to this day. Now under the name Mercedes, or in English also often pronounced Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Okay, let's be honest. Is there anything better than coming home from a long workday and getting an
she's too exaggerating with the moves, you know. But I love it.
Ice cold soda from your fridge. Okay, I have to admit that I personally actually don't do that because I work from home and I don't really drink soda, but I know that many of you guys do. And I know how much you would miss your fridge if it had never been invented. Well, thanks to the German scientist and engineer Carl von Linde, we don't have to live in a world like that. Of course, there were tons of scientists and engineers from all around the world before him that were constantly improving the way that we could keep our food cold. The ultimate goal was not having to rely on natural ice anymore. And one major milestone in the development of refrigerators was when Carl von Linde discovered his new method of liquefying gas, called the Linde-Verfahren, the Linde process that he patented in 1876. This really brought the compressor refrigerators from the time to the next level. His method of using ammonia as a coolant made the fridges more reliable, which meant that they could be used in industrial processes year-round, and they were even portable. Of course, since ammonia turned out to be toxic, it was eventually replaced with other chemicals in the 1920s, but at the time, Linde's fridges were a huge commercial success and laid the foundation for the fridges that we have in our kitchens today. By the way, Carl von Linde was...
No doubt about that, that was a commercial success. Come on, there was nothing like that before, you know, like a refrigerator where you can put food. You don't have to carry it to some cold closet or something like that. You just put it, you put the refrigerator in your kitchen, connect it to the electricity, you put some food in it, and that's it. That's it. That's such a comfort, man. This is jump from the Stone Age right into the civilization.
From my home state, Bavaria, from a town called Berndorf, and he was even an engineering professor at the Technical University of Munich, my hometown. And one of his students was Rudolf Diesel, who, again, invented the diesel engine.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That is a big one. Wait. Diesel was invented in diesel engines was invented in Germany. Wow. Oh, wow. I'm shocked.
We'll have in our closet. It can be skinny, baggy, high-waisted, low-waisted, ripped. Fact is, it never goes out of fashion. Of course, I'm talking about the blue jeans, invented in the mid-19th century by a man called Levi Strauss. I'm assuming most of you are familiar with his name and his brand, Levi's, that still exists to this day. But did you also know that he was German? His birth name was Löb Strauss, and he was born in Buttenheim, which...
I thought it's American. Apologies to all the Germans. I thought Levis is American.
Which is close to Bamberg, also in Bavaria. When he was 18, he and his family emigrated to New York, where two of his older brothers were running a dry goods business. After he had been working for his brothers for a while, he moved to Louisville, Kentucky, obtained American citizenship, and officially changed his name to Levi Strauss. And then he followed the California Gold Rush and moved to San Francisco in 1853 to extend the family business there. By the year 1870, the business had turned into a successful 4-story department store, and one of his customers was a Latvian tailor by the name of Jacob Davis.
What? Latvian tailor? You kidding me? She said Latvian?
By the name of Jacob Davis.
No,
According
girl.
to the story on Story department store, and one of his customers was a Latvian tailor
Latvian tailor,
by the
man.
name of Jacob Davis. According to the story,
And that's not a Latvian surname and name whatsoever. Jacob Jakobs, maybe Jakobs is the closest to Jacob. Davis, I would say Davis, but it means Jakobs Davis. It means two names, you know. So probably I don't know what kind of Latvian he was. Maybe his relatives were Latvians or whatever.
Levi's website, Jacob Davis had been asked by the wife of a local worker if he could make pants for her husband that wouldn't fall apart. So he came up with the idea to put copper rivets at certain points of strain, such as pocket corners, for example, to make the pants more durable. And voila, the pants turned out to be a huge...
Thanks to Latvians, man. We did it, baby. We did it. Woo! Let's go, man.
Which is why Davis wanted to patent them. But he didn't have enough money for that. So he turned to Levi Strauss, who he had bought the fabric from, and asked if he wanted to become his business partner.
You
Strauss
kidding
agreed,
me?
and
Oh my
after
gosh.
experimenting with different fabrics, they found denim to be the best fit for their pants. In 1873, they created their blue jeans prototype, the Levi's 501, which at the time was referred to as waist overalls instead of jeans, and had 2 pockets in the front and only 1 pocket in the back on the right side. Denim had been around for a few decades at this point. It was a popular material for workwear clothing in factories, mines, fields, and forests, and it was already being dyed blue with indigo, but the rivets and pockets is really what made the pants a timeless staple. That same year, 1873, Strauss and Davis received their patent for improvement in fastening pocket openings, which is why that year is generally considered the birthday of the blue jeans.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
What other major German inventions deserve more attention? Let me know in the comments. I do have quite a few more.
Oktoberfest, schnitzels. I will continue. I can continue this list of, in my opinion, inventions of Germany. Of course, Germans have invented a lot more, I bet. Unfortunately, because my brain doesn't work in the moment. But I can tell you one thing. Thank you. Thank you, Germans, for inventing refrigerator, jeans, cars, X-ray, and all other good stuff. I love it, I like it, and everybody loves and like it, and it changed the course of the history. Let's not forget about that. This is very important.
On my list, so I think this is calling for part 2. One invention that isn't actually German is the light bulb, by the way. I honestly didn't know this before either, but apparently a lot of people believe that the German scientist Heinrich Goebel actually invented the light bulb way before Thomas Edison ever did, but just didn't register it. But I found a whole study that proves that that's not true and was probably just made up by him to make money. So the light bulb does not belong on the list of German inventions and was in fact invented by Thomas Edison. Just wanted to share that so we can all sleep at night. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
That was nice.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, activate the bell, and of course, follow me on social media. I'm actually in Germany when this video...
Also, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the bell on my channel. Please, guys, please help the channel out, okay? And we need to watch the second part because I'm intrigued. This video really shocked me. Latvian tailor, maybe. We did it. We did it. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching and see you in next reaction videos. Bye.